Hey everyone, Illusionist Dave here, and this is my last video for 2011. I meant to post a lot more videos sooner, and it just didn't happen. I've been busy. I'm going to do an end of the year review, and that'll kind of explain one of the reasons I've been so busy. Let's start with January. In January, I turned 27, and I've always been a big fan of theater, and that has nothing to do with my age, but just work with me. I auditioned on January 7th for a part in The Secret Garden, and it was a very successful audition. I was very thrilled when I got home because I knew that I had done well. And I've got notes to the side because that's the only way to shorten this video down is to do point by point. So, pardon me for looking around. But anyway, it was a very good audition. I went home and I was excited. I figured I probably had at least some kind of part in a play, and I got home and found out that that afternoon one of my very good friends had died, and that was a very tough break, very tough call. I was very upset, to say the least, and it's there's just nothing else to say. It was a huge loss. It was kind of a great day and then a big letdown, and so that was January. February, I did the play. Now, I want to point out now, just so that you know later what I'm talking about. Uh, in this play, in The Secret Garden, I was a very rich, wealthy person who owned the manor, which had over hundreds of rooms, okay, in the play. And my niece was a spoiled brat. We both changed in the end to nice characters, but I was rich and she was a spoiled brat, okay? So keep that in mind, alright? February, did the play. There was a lot of fun times. March, uh, I had had a pressure sore on my foot for, well, since 2005. And the doctors did tests, and because it just wasn't healing, and it was also looking a lot worse. Even during the play, I could tell my foot was getting worse, but I wanted to keep trucking and keep going on and doing the play. I had another wound that was tunneling toward the other. I got spina bifida. That's one of the reasons I get pressure sores. I'll explain more about that later if you have any interest in learning that. But anyway, they did tests to show my circulation, and there was virtually none in that left foot. They also did an MRI to see if there was any infection in the bone, and in fact, there was infection in all of the toes of the foot. And so they said that I needed to get an amputation of the right leg below the knee. Thank goodness, because that's you're more likely to walk if you can do a below the knee. And they did a below the knee amputation on April 2nd, and that was a huge thing. And in May, while I was healing up, it was crazy healing up. By the way, this is so funny. When you're on drugs like narcotics, and you are when you have a below the knee amputation, because you hurt, your nerves are acting crazy. You got phantom sensation. You feel like your leg's there, but it's not. There's a ladybug on my cam. Oops, I dropped it. That's bad luck. Anyway, um, I had a lot of pain, and so I was on a lot of painkillers for about a month. And for about a month, I thought I was crazy because I would go through my day and I would be aware of my day, but then the next day I would remember the day before. And so I actually talked to my nurses and I said, I'm worried that I'm not remembering things, and I feel like I'm going crazy. I can't remember one day the next. And they said, David, you're on Dilaudid and hydrocodone, in high doses. You're not gonna remember things when you're on that medicine. So I wasn't crazy, at least not as crazy as I thought I was. So that was crazy month, and in May I ended up I was I was walking. I don't have my prosthetics. Okay, so I was walking on my good foot, and I tripped down some stairs, fell on my new stump, and also fell right down on the bottom of my heel. If this is the foot, there's the heel. I fell down on the heel of the good foot, the only foot, and ended up getting a blood blister, and that ended up peeling off and is not healing, and that sucked. So we waited a couple months. Now in June, my brother had his birthday. He's 5 years younger than me, so he's 22. And we also went to the Tupelo Elvis Festival. I'm a big Elvis fan, as you probably all know. And so that was wonderful. Had a great time. Met a lot of new fans and got to see a lot of old friends. So in July, they finally said we need to do some tests to check your circulation on that other leg. And they did, and it turns out there was one blockage, and only one. And it was not surgically fixed. I mean, it couldn't be surgically fixed. So that problem was that the blood vessel that was clogged or whatever went straight to my heel. That meant the heel would never heal. So they recommended a below the knee amputation of my left leg then. So that would make me a double amputee. And I was not happy with the news, but I knew it needed to be done. And so August comes, and you have Elvis Week. Now, before that, my doctor had said in early August, David, we need to do this surgery. When do you want to do it? And I said, well, I've got Elvis Week coming up, and I really don't want to miss it if I can. Is there any way we can schedule it for after Elvis Week? And my doctor was like, yeah, this is not a rush. It's not infected right now, and you just need to get it taken care of as soon as possible, but it's not an emergency. So, went to Elvis Week. I had so much fun. I hung out with such good people. Um, it was just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. So then I did the amputation, and um, started walking with a prosthetic that didn't really fit right for my really first amputation, but I haven't really used it since because it just does not fit right, and they've got to work on that. But so I get out of the hospital, and a couple of days later, I hear that my dad's in the hospital. He had to have he thought he was having allergy problems because he couldn't read very well, and his chest was hurting. Well, it was very bad. He ended up having what they thought they were going to have to do a triple bypass. They did a quadruple bypass. In the meantime, my brother had broken his knee, not broken his knee, but like messed up some joints in there and everything. And so that was an eventful little month right there. And then September, went to a concert at the county fair by the Martins, and the Martins is a gospel group. I met them at the Tupelo Elvis Festival in 2010. Now, I did not think they would remember me, but John Martin, or Jonathan, the male of the group, said, well, I went up to him and I said, hey, I met you last year, and he said, yeah, it's the Tupelo Elvis Festival. I remember you. I see you made it up the hill because he helped me up the hill. So that was so cool. I also got to do, I believe it was in September. Oh yeah, the Depot Days in Newport. I think I posted a video about that, so I'm not gonna go on about that. I've got too much time or too much stuff left to tell you. So anyway, the Martins thing was cool, and I got in touch with a friend between August, I guess, and September. I guess August and September, and she lives in Florida, and there's also a coin show in Florida in January. I'll tell you about that in a sec. I've got like 5 minutes tops. All right, so October, Halloween, uneventful. I remember that there was a coin show in Orlando, Florida in January, the first week in January, and I hadn't been in 17 years. I've been a big coin collector since I was 5 years old. I've written some articles in magazines for the hobby, and I've gotten to know some of the big wigs in the hobby. And so my friend also lives in Florida, and so I thought this would be great. I'm going to plan the trip, and I'm going to go to that show that I haven't been to in 17 years, and I'm going to see my friend I haven't seen in 7 years, I think it is now. So that's what I'm doing then to bring in the new year, basically. I leave the 3rd, get back on the 10th. November, we had Thanksgiving, and we also had the Sheffield. We went to the Sheffield Elvis Festival Day kind of thing. It's a 2-day event. It's like a miniature Elvis week in Sheffield, but it's just 2 days. And it's a lot of fun, a lot of great Elvis tribute artists. I got to meet so many new friends and had just a wonderful time. And then we had Thanksgiving, and that was a good month. And then December, this month, went to in November I auditioned for A Christmas Carol. Okay, that's important because I ended up getting the part of a beggar. So you contrast that with my playing a millionaire in the original play, and my niece played a spoiled brat in. I mean the character niece. She's not my niece in real life. Played a spoiled brat. Well, in this play, she ends up in A Christmas Carol. She ends up dying, and was a sweet little girl, but just died. And so I told her I told the actress, this is the wrong direction. You played a spoiled brat, and now you're dead, and I played a rich millionaire, and now I'm a beggar. This is not the right direction. So that was funny. Um, got all my stuff ready to go. I'm ready to go to Florida. I paid for my bus. I'm going by bus. It's like a 24-hour trip, but it's worth it. And then so then in December, I paid for my hotel room. I paid for my hotel room, and then I paid for my bus ticket actually. So we went to a event in Gallatin. It's a Christmas party that my friend Danny has every year, and it was such a wonderful time. Got to see old Elvis friends. We're all Elvis people, so I'm a huge Elvis fan as well. And we got to meet old people and see new people, and it was wonderful. And today I got 200 subscribers, by the way. I got 200. So on 12/31/2011, I'm now up to 200 subscribers. Got it today. I didn't think I'd make it, but I did. So, woohoo! Thank you, subscribers. That's really all that I had to say. I just wanted to kind of sum up the year in review. I've had such a wonderful year. I mean, it's been pretty terrible in a lot of ways. I hope I have no more amputations or surgery. Oh, the hair. Okay, I got to shave my beard after the show. I was supposed to keep it, the neck beard and the hair as the beggar. I haven't had a chance to get my hair cut yet, so that's why the hair's like this. And the beard, I'm shaved and now it's going back. So that's what that's about. Okay, I've got literally about 45 seconds to say goodbye to you, and so I hope you all have a wonderful new year. I'm going to post another video probably next year. Probably won't be able to get it done tonight, so it'll be January 1st. Love you all. Thank you for my 200 subscribers. Let me know if there's anything you want to see, and I will be glad to post it. Anything. Just give me your ideas. I need input. Thank you, and have a wonderful, wonderful new year. God bless you all.